new discussion, and I hope today you will ask a number of the questions what you have about the life and how to live, how philosophers can define this uh, definition of life. So any question you want to ask, you can ask in this session, and the session will continue till the 25 to 20 minutes. Any question, yes, you all have.
I have a question about Buddha. Why Chinese follow Buddha? What he do?
Okay, why Chinese follow the Buddha? Buddha is one of the great personality what I have been impressed. Then he's really a great philosopher, not he's a religious any monk or priest. So, by the way, one who is defining Buddha that he is just a priest or anything else, then they are wrong, totally wrong. He's a simple a man who refined the life, therefore across the yes, India and China and other countries are following definitely the Buddha. And Buddha is really a great personality. They are impressed from his philosophical life. That's why they follow. Because if you know about the Chinese, they follow Buddha, not religiously, but they practice it. It is in their culture. That's why they follow the Buddha. And really, Buddha was a great man. To me, I have been so much impressed by the Buddha. And Buddha is one of the great personalities. To say that what we have desires, because of such desires, we always suffer in life. And if we are suffering, what type of the desires we have, we all suffer from such desires. And if you are understanding your reality of life and why Buddha is very impressive and motivational or inspirational to all across the China and India towards all countries, and those who are so religious, they are also knowing Buddha and also trying to understand the life according to Buddha. And Buddha is really a great man who said that desire is the root cause of all things. What we think, what we have to achieve, if we are failing to achieve, then definitely we suffer in the end. So, in this prism, we have to understand the life. What Buddha says in his life, what he explains reality, what he gives his ideas towards life, what is the reality of life. You must go through the Buddha's life. You will come to know about the Buddha, why number of the Chinese and Indians and other Sri Lankans they follow Buddha. Number of other countries they also follow the Buddha. Not because of their religious. Now this thing has been confused. That they just follow Buddha because of the Buddha's religion. From the very initial stage, from the very beginning till the end, Buddha never said that this is my religious practices and that you all should join us in this practices. This is not religious, anything else. But what Buddha says you must understand yourself. You must understand the enlightenment that he always called nirvana. Nirvana. Yes? It means you have to empty your mind, or you have to fill this your mind what is filled with worries, tensions, and number of other things, desires. But to Buddha is a very one of the great men. Buddha says that you have to, if you want to get nirvana, then nirvana, what is in real meaning, what is nirvana? What is nirvana? It is a peace of mind. When you totally blank your mind, when you try to understand your mind. Really, you try to understand your life. Because life's root cause, all these things are what Buddha says. Yes, anyone else from you, if she has understood.
Sir,
Are you satisfied?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Sir, I have a question about
Yeah.
city lives. So some people feel in their life they could suicide, but in my thought it's not right. It's not solution. So please tell me that what can I do if we are failed in our life?
What is your question?
Some people fail in their life that
Yeah.
they could suicide, but
Yeah,
it's
they
not
could
right.
suicide.
It's not solution. So how can we do this that we are failed in our life?
Exactly. Okay. Okay. Anyone has no problem of understanding language? Are you fully understanding?
Can I repeat again?
No. I understood your question.
But anybody else?
Why? Yes, anybody. If no one is understanding the question, yes, that lady. Yes, then you can repeat your question.
So, sir, my question is that some people fail in their life that could suicide, but it's not right. It's not solution. So, how can we do this thing that we fail in our life? How can we do
How can we
if we are failed in our life?
fail in life?
In life.
If you are understanding the life from the very root, from the very beginning, then nothing will happen that will force you to commit suicide. There will be nothing, anything else that will force you to commit suicide. Why number of the people commit suicide? What is your opinion? What is your opinion that what do you think about this that they many times they fail in their life? What is the failure of life? What you call the failure? What is the failure? Failure means what you unable to achieve, or you are facing number of the problem. Because of such problems, you are trying to commit suicide. Or mostly students ask number of the questions here that why we fail and why students fail. If they fail, they have no option, rather they commit suicide. They have only one option to commit suicide. Is that only solution to everything or anything else there is? That we must understand the life with the meaning that why they try to commit suicide. They suicide first. They totally disappoint from the society. Totally disappoint from the society. In society, after parents, your neighbors, your friends, your colleagues, and where you are studying, and most of the time your loved one, you are dissatisfied. You are not satisfied from the society, but you think society is against of your thoughts. Then those who are going to commit suicide, they will last and end option they pick. That no one is understanding us. Only they take an asylum in this trump that if we want to take any refuge, that is only suicide. And who will suicide?
Sir, my second question can I ask you?
Yeah, but who will really
Really,
who will suicide?
Uh,
One who is
but
loving his life. No one can hate life. When you are hating, you're trying to live it. When you are loving it much more and trying to get such meaning what you want. But when you are failing, totally failing in getting such meaning, then you try to do something else to finish the life.
sir, failure is successful. Is it right?
Failure is successful. Exactly, if you are not failing in your life, then how it is possible to understand the life? Okay, how many times Edison failed?
Many times.
Many times failed. It means he committed suicide. He fell, and number of the people just said to him that you will fail. But he always said that how many times, number of the time I have been failed. But what I did, I learned. I learned from such failures. I never ever failed in my life. In discovering inventing the bulb, a number of the time he failed. But finally he discovered that how to invent this. And he said that I learned that in such ways no one can invent the bulb. And failure is real understanding and towards life. And when you fail, after failure, when you get success, you come to know the real meaning of success. That how to be success and what is the charm of the success. When you are not failing in something, then how it is possible to know the enjoyment of success, charm of success. Yes, then totally you become a meaningless towards failure. It means failure is definitely is an experience that people are doing in their lives. But at this stage where you are standing, if you are failing, you should not say yourself that I am failing. Everyone says himself that I am failing in my life. But that's not real failure. It's not real failure. When you are failing, it means something is wrong in data. For example, number of the students nowadays, CS exams are going on, and they try to crack that exam. But when they fail, many disappoint in doing something. That we have failed, and now we have no any door that is open for us. But window to success always remain open. It always remains open to the success. But what happens? They do not try to understand the very real picture of life. That's why they fail. Many times they fail because of such experiences. They have no any other meaning of life. Then no doubt we have failed. Now what we have to do? We have just take refuge in failure, and we have to do what? Now we have to close our books, close everything, and we put them in shelves and try to live life, enjoy life. What is? Then we say that we have been failure in this exam. But before going to understand the failure, you have to understand what type of the data you have. If you have a less data to crack that type of exam, then definitely what you have to do, you have to again prepare, and you have to collect such type of data, and definitely you can pass that exam, correct that exam. Yeah, anyone? Does still anyone have question? I hear.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
What is life in your opinion?
Okay, what is life in my opinion? Life is a blessing, what we always enjoy. When you understand life with the two terms, one is success and second one is failure, then I have already talked about this question. That what is a failure and what is success, and why people fail in their life and do not try again to fit in that type of area, because they totally understand that it's not my fault, it is the fault of others. That's why they live the life. What is the life? Life is always meaningful. It is always giving a meaning. It is always full of the charms. It's always full of the realities. What it is, you must watch it in its own reason, its own meaning. If you are trying to connect life with a failure, with a success, breaks in life, yes, then you definitely fail to understand the life. What life is, if you are asking this type of question from anyone, for example, you are asking this type of question from the very child who is enjoying this life, then what will the reply of their child? Will say that life is totally a simple, it's a life of the enjoyment, it's a life when I eat, I sleep, I see what I experience. This is a life. If you are asking this this type of question from those who are failed many times, they will say life is nothing. It's meaningless. It is nothing to live. Yes? If you are asking same question from me, I will say life is everything. Life is enjoyment. Life is full of rejoicements, full of experience, full of the adventures. You have to explore yourself. You have to know yourself. What the real meaning. If you are here, you are connecting this meaning that life is totally, we are totally this in meaning that we are here only to eat, to sleep. Then that's not life. If you are here, you're trying to understand the life, then life is that what we do in this. After here, when you are ending, when you are passing away in this life, after this life, only name and actions what you have done in the past will remain, and people, anyone who will ask or who will remember, who will discuss you in such type of a gathering, this types of gathering, they will just remember you because of your actions, because you added the meaning in life. That is why this is a real meaning in real life. But we totally fail to know. If you understand the life, it's very simple. It is not for just enjoying, just eating, just sleeping. We have to attend just attending the parties, just celebrating the birthday parties. Every day is a birthday. Every day is a rejoicing. Every day is party. If you're understanding life in that way, if you're understanding life through meanings what you have in your mind, what your family have in their minds, then it totally disconnect from the meaning of life. Meaning is that it's a very simple. Life is for learning the lessons and teaching the lessons. That's it. Yeah. Anyone, I think last one question, yes?
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is Indian philosophy?
What is the philosophy? Okay. What is the philosophy? What's my opinion on the philosophy? What is the meaning? Meaning is to love the wisdom. If you discussing the philosophers, then number of the Socrates, for example, Socrates is one of the great philosophers in Greek philosophy. There are a number of his students, Aristotle, and he also a student of Aristotle, Plato. Number of such philosophers understood the philosophy. What is the philosophy? Love to wisdom. What is the wisdom, and from where it comes? Does it come from any non-living thing? No, it never comes from the. Okay, if I say it has wisdom, chair has wisdom, will you agree or disagree? You will disagree. Why? Because it is not living thing, rather it is non-living. Yes, it's a non-living thing. Then you will understand. Then from where wisdom comes. Definitely, wisdom comes from the human minds. And what type of wisdom you want to know? Wisdom of the life. Before going to end the life, before facing the death, you have to enjoy. You have to enjoy the wisdom of life. Where wisdom is hidden. It's a hidden, not out, but it's wisdom is insight, and it is really, it is giving a lot of charms, it is giving a lot of meaning, it is giving the what is the life, what type of the life we should live here on this planet. We should live for others or we should live for ourselves. Definitely we should do both. We should, if when we are living for ourselves and we are trying to understand ourselves, then what type of the meaning is coming? Meaning is to coming that if I am happy on this planet, if I am satisfied from the life, then I should make satisfy others. I should help others in their works. Number of the politicians, philanthropists have done this. That they have understood the philosophy of life. What is the philosophy? I have again mentioned this. To wisdom, to love the wisdom. What is the wisdom? From where it is coming? It is coming from the humans, human minds. It is not coming from any non-living thing. From the living things, living not from the animals. No doubt they are breathing, they are smelling, they are seeing through their eyes, but they have no wisdom. If you are trying to understand the wisdom more is only for the humans, they are understanding and they want to live, they want to understand the life by applying what? Wisdom. That's a simple and real meaning of the wisdom. Yes? Yeah, you, I think.
So, why we feel depressed?
Why we feel depressed? Okay. Correct it. Why? What is your meaning to feel depressed?
Any problem?
Because of any problem.
Yes.
Okay, problem. Where it comes from?
It comes from anything
From anything. For example,
which we are thinking.
which we are thinking. It means problem is not in reality.
Yeah.
Problem is not in a solid shape, but it is in an abstract form. We are creating the problem in the mind, and on created problem, on created a meaning and definition of problem that is leading us towards suffering, depression. Yes, we always face number of the disease because of the depression. Fast number of the problem. For example, you're depressed, you're feeling always depressed from mind. You're understanding the meaning of life in this way that society is doing, that's best. What I do, that is nothing to my life. It has no match what I want. It means what you want, it is your desire. Yes, it is your desire what you want. What you depressed from, that is your want. What you have, for example, this is now, it's a day, 11, yes, a.m. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with today? Nothing is wrong with day. Then why? What happens to the mind? When we depressed, what we feel, when we are feeling such type of depression, it is our own created, or because of someone, or because of society, or because of something that we are not getting, and we are depressed. I think you have understand. I think you have understood all the meaning and questions I have answered. Wish you best of luck. Thank you, sir.